All right, Wednesday. Let's make sure all this shit's working. Excuse me. Sorry. I'm a big fan of checking all the avenues. I'm just kidding. All right, it says I'm live here. Sweet. Sweet. All right. Anyways, welcome to the Dark Truth Podcast. I am your host, the shadiest of the Jays, and this is June. This is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month, amongst other things. I'm not going to mention any other ones because that's not the topic tonight. The topic is men's mental health awareness, but also other shit because you know me. I always go off record, whatever you want to call it. Was it on tangents? Yeah, whatever. And it's also raining. If the connection's terrible, I'm so sorry. But tonight's guest is Josh Lear from That Tint Guy in Port St. Lucie. I think I fucked it up. But he's in Florida. And me and him have chatted a little bit about things, and we're gonna get it popping tonight. Hope everybody's having a good day. We've got one viewer from Facebook and one from YouTube, and that's completely fine because I'm about to share this. Watch this. I'm about to make this shit crank. Hopefully. But hope everybody's had a great start to their week. It's been pretty hectic in a sense of not just, work, but just life kind of stuff. Can't wait to talk about some things when it comes to men's mental health. Sorry for not being, because that's always how I am. Y'all know this. But I'm going to do the intro video. And if you're ready, we'll get the show started. And yeah, here's the video. If I remember how to do this, hold on. Let me see here. Up, yep, there it is. Hold on. Nope, that's not it. Can't share that. Sorry. Ha! Here we go. All right. I don't know if that went crazy for everybody else, but that's a little wild. Yeah, but without further ado, bring in Josh. What's up, dude?
Buddy?
Dude,
on,
did
man?
that look crazy? Like, what was going on there? Did it like do anything? Okay, so on my end, I guess it's because of the rain. It just, dude, it was wicked looking. But oh shit! See, and now it's hard for me to hear you.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Good. Maybe.
Okay.
Okay.
I can hear you now. All right, cool. I can hear you now. I don't know what, man. It just started to rain its ass off here, so it might be the connection with the fucking internet or whatever. But dude,
we'll make it work.
Welcome on the show, bro. Appreciate you coming on.
Oh, thanks for having me, man.
Fuck. See, it's. Can you hear me? You good?
Yeah. Yeah.
Shit. Hold on. Oh no. Nah, shit. I think it's on my end, honestly.
Yeah.
Hold on. Try this. Sorry, y'all. We're back. Okay.
I'm back. All right.
A little better?
A
Okay.
little
Yeah.
better. All right.
Okay, now I can see you. So, anyways, everybody, this is Josh. He runs That Tint Guy in Port
St. Lucie, you got it right.
St. Lucie. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
got it right.
I thought I was gonna say it wrong, dude.
No, you have it. You have it.
But dude, give everybody a little, little bio, name, where all that got, kind of stuff, how long you been in the industry. Nothing crazy.
My name's Josh. I own That Tint Guy, based out of Port St. Lucie, sunny South Florida. I have another company as well, Twisted Vinyl. It does printing, graphics, all that stuff as well.
Fucking forgot about that one.
Husband, father of two kids. Just been in the tint industry. I started tinting back in like 2010, 2011. But I've been in the industry working for myself for the last year now.
Nice. So being in the industry for a little bit of time and doing it on your own, like we'll just get into a little bit of the business stuff real quick. What is like the difference between working for somebody and like doing it for yourself? What are the pros and cons, I guess?
I get to make my schedule. That's the pro. It's a lot more stressful on the owner side. You got inventory you got to take care of. You got employees that you got to make sure you got. Excuse me, jobs coming in. When it was just me, it wasn't as bad. Because if I had a slow week or a slow day or something, I'm like, I can make it up somewhere else. But
Right.
now that I've hired somebody, man, if I have a slow day or something, it gets to me because it's not only affecting me, it's affecting somebody else too. So
Right.
I'll make sure my people are taken care of. But it's definitely stressful. It has its rewards too, man. We just had that fishing trip with the levels over the weekend.
I was going to ask you about that, but you're already going into it. So go ahead. How was it,
Unfortunately, I
man?
had to leave Friday night. My wife's been
Damn.
very sick. Yeah, she's been very
Oh,
sick for the last
man.
week now. So I
What a
had to
good
leave and
man,
take
though.
care of that. I was going to try to get back down there Saturday because it was only 20 minutes from the house. So it wasn't far. I was going to try to get back down Saturday, but she's just not doing well.
Right. And when the wife calls, man, you got to go. You have to.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's it.
there's no you can't just be like, nah, babe, I want to do this. It's like, nah, dude, I got to leave, guys. Sorry, love y'all, but I got to, and they're like, oh, come on, man, what are you doing? And you're like, dude, you wouldn't know. And they're like, oh, you're right.
It was rough, man. They took care of me, dude. I was in the on the 10th floor at the Embassy Suites, dude. Like that was a hard room to just leave that view, dude. I
Dude,
was like, oh man.
dude, that
But
sounds like a great time. Like, it's so
it was good
y'all
to
went
see everybody.
right. Dude, I saw the pictures of the group of the guys, and I'm like, dude, I would have loved to have been there because it looks like a solid group. You
Yeah.
you see all those guys at the events, and you hang out with them and you shoot the shit, you drink beers and stuff, but you don't get to do an activity necessarily most of the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Usually it's just work related, tenting or drinking, or your paintball, here and there maybe,
Yeah.
stuff like that. But so going on something like that, was it more personal, or was it more business related, or was it kind of both, or
It's a little bit of both, because I feel like
right.
I feel like when we all get together, everybody connects on a personal level and everything, but this is what we do. We always it always goes back to somehow, the tint and graphics and wraps
Right.
and PPF and everything. So that's what we do. So that's the common ground to talk about.
Yeah. So did you get to fish, or
No, I didn't get to do the fishing trip. I got
Damn
to
it.
I was there Friday when everybody showed up to the hotel. I got to go to dinner with everybody Friday night at Voodoo
Yeah.
Bayou, and then I think I left the hotel around 10:45, 11 o'clock that night. I had to run home.
Fuck.
They got home back to the house at 4 o'clock in the morning. So tired.
Yeah. So with stuff like that, like being able to have the availability of going on like these fishing trips and maybe even something else that they come up with, do you think that's super beneficial when it comes to like you enjoying time away from tinting, like,
Yeah,
like
because
an escape or
I look at myself as a sponge, man. Like, the industry's changed so much since the first car I tinted to like when I got back into it. It's crazy. So any chance I get to be around a bunch of people that are where I want to be at, in a few years' time, 5 years down the road or whatever, I just listen. I try to pay attention to what these guys are saying because they're where I'm at. They know what they did to get there. They know what didn't work for them. They know what worked for them. So
right.
with these events, I try to make as many as I can because it's invaluable knowledge. It's not knowledge that you're gonna go to one of the Facebook groups and find like.
Right. Because, dude, the Facebook groups these days, man, even even some of the good ones, dude, sometimes you're like, man, really? But it's like, all right. But
It's
the worst thing to me is like when, I mean, you can like joke around and bust balls and stuff, but like just being blatantly disrespectful and an asshole, dude. I'm like, dude, will you not like just don't be that way. Just be like, crack a joke, man, or something.
exactly, yeah,
Instead
yeah,
of
yeah.
just
Crack a
being
joke
instead
about
of
it.
being like a complete douche, dude, just like fucking just be like, "Oh, I remember my first beer," or something like that to me is better than being like, "Oh, you're a fucking idiot if you don't know how to fucking do this shit.
Yeah,
You've been doing it
yeah,
for." And it's like, dude, just like make a joke,
yep,
like in my opinion, instead of just being a complete fucking douche.
yeah, 100%.
Um, but anyways, man, let's
There.
let's get into this topic we were going to talk about. And I know we only have honestly two people watching right now, and that's fine because sometimes people don't want to watch, and it is what it is. I
About
think
the
I've shared
conversation,
it.
not the people watching.
I think I've shared it where I can. Hopefully, let me see real quick. But even if people don't watch it live, it'll still be here, and I'll
Yep.
put it on. Um, what you call it, YouTube shit. But men's mental health, dude. A lot of guys struggle with this and they don't speak on it because there's been, you know, this stigma for forever that you can't talk about your feelings if you're a dude and like what you're going through in your head
Yep.
because like, get over it, bro. Like, yo,
Man
man
up
up
and
or
deal with your
whatever.
problems.
Right. It's like, dude, you're fuck. Don't be a pussy. It's like, dude,
Yeah.
what? Like,
Yeah.
no, I'm just saying, like, this is what I'm going through in my head, and
Yeah.
what feels, like, and just speaking about that. Sometimes people are like, "Why are you talking about it?" It's like, well, I'd rather speak on it for me at least than not, because if I don't and I just let it fucking fester and build up over and over, it's like shaking a fucking Sprite can. And then one day you open it up and it just fucking
Just
spews everywhere.
everywhere.
Makes a whole Yeah, it makes a whole mess, right? Instead of like just opening the can and pouring a little bit out and drinking it and pouring it out and drinking it
Yep.
and just consuming what's going on, right? Um,
Yep.
so what are your thoughts on like that? Like people that just like ignore the shit and just let it go for so long, and people that actually like address the things and like put it out there.
I feel like a lot of the negativity is the people that can't, like, when somebody opens up on something like this and they can't handle it. I feel like that's them just kind of dealing with their own negativity and their own issues that they have going on, and them not being able to, whether it's, I wouldn't say have the courage. I mean, I guess maybe have the courage to
Right.
talk about it themselves because they feel like they can't. But
Right.
man, I mean, like, I don't know where, how as a society we as humans like think that men can't talk about stuff they're going through. Like we advocate for absolutely everything and anything, and I mean, we advocate for some crazy ridiculous stuff in this country, but when it
Right.
comes to like men's mental health and you know men taking their own lives and whatever like that. I'm not sure how much we can say about that. I don't want to get you
No, no,
kicked
no,
off,
yeah,
but
no, I don't,
you know,
dude.
it's always like, oh
As
well, I
much as
wish
you
you would
want.
have said something, or I wish this person would have said something to me. If only they would have talked to me, I would have listened. Like everybody says that after it's too late. But when
Right,
people are here and they're talking about it, you just shut people down. Like not you, but like just in general, they shut people down and they're like, the man up, quit being a pussy, quit being this, quit being that. I got problems too. Deal with it. Okay, yeah, we all got problems. That doesn't mean that we shouldn't talk about them. I mean, we're people, we're humans.
right. And that's the big thing. Like you, the more that you don't speak on it, the worse it gets. And then people telling you like you shouldn't talk about it makes you feel even worse for wanting to talk about it. And then things happen, like you said, people, unexisting and shit
Yep.
like that. And then you go, oh, I would have listened. But would you really have, though? I've actually talked to a couple people that, I mean, not even like here recently, but in the past, like fucking 10 years of people being like, dude, I don't even want to be here anymore. Like all that kind of shit. And I'm like, yo, dude, like imagine the people that would really miss you, that like, not because you give them something, but just who you are, right? And like all the people that rely on you, even that, like
Yeah.
you gotta stick around, because if you don't, I mean, imagine all the other problems, that come up with that, like all the people that are affected by that have to remember you, and have to like live through the remembrance of you instead of having you around, in a
Yep.
sense of like, damn, I really wish I had this person to talk to right now, but I remember what they said back 10 years ago, but maybe it's different today. You know what I'm saying? Like 10 years from then, maybe they had different advice. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
you don't get the opportunity to see them grow either. Like being a
Yeah.
friend of somebody that doesn't feel heard, or somebody that, you know, unexists in a
Yeah.
sense. And, I had Vincent on, and he talked about one of his friends that, took their own life or whatever. And he's an advocate for never do that again, and he's
Yeah.
done like this whole fucking workbook, and he's publishing a book for it and stuff like that, to like help with
Good.
this kind of stuff. And I love it, dude. Like,
Definitely.
there's not enough of it, man. And a lot of the people, like you said, like people that make fun of it or think that it's stupid, they're like the main people that deal with it, and they just don't want to talk about it because they think it's like a weakness, like
Yeah.
they can't speak on it because they're afraid of getting criticized or made fun of or whatever. And I'm like, dude, make fun of me, man. I get made fun of for the dumbest shit, and I don't give a fuck, you know.
Yeah. Well, a lot of it is like everybody saying like, "Oh man, I know you're going through that, but things could be worse. Problems could be bigger." And like I used to think about that like all the time. Like, yeah, dude,
Right,
I have these problems, but it could be so much worse. But at the same time, yes, there are people with bigger problems. That doesn't make your problems not a problem.
right. Definitely not, man, because like everybody handles things differently,
Yeah,
you know. And like
absolutely.
your problem of like stubbing your toe in your mind might be as bad as somebody who fucking lost an arm.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
yeah, that's
oh,
still their
dude. Especially the
problem. Like,
pinky
but
toe.
yeah, they still think about it. They think about the same. That's a bad analogy, but you know what I'm saying. But like everybody goes through shit. Like you have a bad day when it's like all the little inconveniences of life, and you're like, "Fuck, dude, I feel overwhelmed," and blah blah blah. It's like, "Oh, well, at least you can make your car payment." And it's like, "Yeah, cool, man. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
awesome."
Like
Like
it's
you're
not
right.
about that.
It's not the
Dude, it's
fucking yeah. It's
crazy.
like, dude, it's
I
our
had one of those
customers
weeks a
are like,
couple weeks ago, dude. It was just
really,
one thing after the next. I got in a car accident. I got rear-ended at a red light. Car overheated like 3 days later. Fixed that, and then I had a flat tire the next morning, dude. It was just like one thing after the next for like a week straight. I lost power in the shop. I was just like, man, this is,
just burn
you
it
know.
down. Just get
I
rid
was
of all
ready.
of it, dude. I
I'll
feel
tuck it
you.
down, Pookie.
Dude, I'm the same fucking way, dude. Like, are you like, okay, so this is how I am. Like the smallest things that are like irritating, if I have like five in a row,
That's
I'm
it.
like, I'm over
That's
the
it.
top, dude. It could be like one major problem. I'm like, dude, I could deal with that later.
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah.
just like five little fucking bullshits, dude. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my
Dude,
God,
100%. hundred
like,
percent.
get
I'm
the
the
fuck
same with
out of here.
driving too, dude. I can deal with a couple things, like, but after
See,
about the fourth or fifth thing driving, dude, like all bets are off, and everybody like just stay out of my way at this point.
yeah. See, dude, with me and driving, I'm cool. Like driving, I hate driving, so I'm always like, I'm pawpaw in the right lane, dude. I'm always like going the speed limit in the right lane. If you want to pass me, you can pass me. I ain't trying to pass nobody. I'll wait a fucking whole mile to get to my exit instead of passing somebody at a half a mile to get in front of them. I'm like, I don't give a shit.
That's how I start
Like,
off. That's how I always start off.
and then
But
some motherfucker, dude. Then some motherfucker comes in
dude,
here cutting
bro,
me off.
it's South Florida, man, dude. Like bro, I'm
Yeah,
telling you,
so,
6 lanes on the highway, man, and they'll be like 300 yards from their exit, and they're going from that far left lane across all 6 lanes. They don't care. They're like, I'm not missing this. Good luck.
I
And I
love
mean,
it.
it's just crazy. Dude. It's wild. It's
Dude,
a
we've
GTA lobby down here, bro.
bro, we've been that's so funny. Fucking Los Santos fool. But dude, fucking I hate going to Florida, dude. I really do. I'm not a fan. But only because of my past, but that's different.
I
But
hate leaving
anyways,
Florida because it takes so long to get out of the state, man.
yeah,
It takes
because
me
you're
like
in the
five,
fucking
6 hours to get out of here.
yeah, you're in the wiener of the US, dude. It's fucking just hanging down there, bro. You gotta get unflaccid first, bro. You gotta, you know, you gotta
Oh
fucking get out
man,
of
I've
there.
never heard somebody call Florida that. That's great.
You've never heard that? Oh my God. Well,
Oh my
next
god.
time here. But dude, it's great. So
There's America. Uh, I
he
love that.
said, my buddy Gilbert said, I get the road rage, man. Can't handle it. By the way, I love Gilbert, dude. I haven't fucking talked to him in a while. I need to talk to him, man. It's been forever. I don't know what's up with the people watching, but it's kind of pissed me off. But it's all right.
They're all
Just
right.
they'll see
We're
it later.
just hanging
They'll
out
see it later.
talking.
I think a lot of people are afraid to hear about this kind of stuff because, I mean, honestly, like, okay, so you're a dad, right?
Yeah.
I'm a dad. And like when it comes to dads, like Jason's been talking like last night on his show about the dad supporting dads thing on TikTok
Yep.
and the men supporting men thing. And I really want to start like jumping on that because that's like something be who you needed. Like the
It's
whole
one of my
premise of
favorite
it.
quotes, dude. I just want to tell you that, by the way. Like that,
I really
like
appreciate it.
anytime somebody asks me my favorite quote, that's what I come back to
I
always.
really, I really appreciate that, man.
Yeah,
Like I
dude.
literally one day, I don't same with the stay shady shit. Like I never like sat down and thought of these things, right? Like it just literally because I was like, oh man, my name's Shady J, like just joking around one day. And then I was like, stay shady. And I'm like, you know what? I kind of like that. And then ran with it, right? And
Yeah.
then one day I'm sitting there and I'm thinking about, like this kind of shit, like, being a dad and stuff like that. And I'm like, be who you needed. And I'm sitting there like, I kind of like that. And I was just like, like ran with it or whatever. And then I really started diving into what it could mean instead of what I thought it was at first. And it's literally super universal. Like, I mean, parenting yourself only, you and your spouse, like,
Oh
anything,
yeah.
right? Like,
Yeah.
just be who you needed. Like, in a situation where you're being like, you're trying to figure something out, what would you need in this situation? So think about that for a minute, right? And it's like,
Mhm.
cool. So I really appreciate that, dude. Like, it was just like a random idea one day. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to fucking use this all the time,
Yeah, it's great, dude. It's great. I love it because I feel like if everybody lived by that, man, the world would definitely be a much better place. Because if people
I
stop to
agree.
think about, like, hey, in this situation, if I was that other person, how would I need to be treated, or what would help me
Right.
understand what I just did so I don't do it again, or so that I learn from it, instead of just because everybody yells. We all just yell. You get the middle finger. You get f you, whatever, blah blah blah.
But
And what does
sometimes
that
you
do?
need that. But sometimes you need that too, though. You know what I mean? Like even if it's like sometimes people get so stuck in the sense of like, oh, I'm important, I'm the most important, and sometimes you need to be checked, right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah,
somebody
yeah. I
can
feel you
like
on that.
bring you back to reality in a sense, right?
Yeah,
Like, hey, dude, you're like you acting like you're better than everybody, like blah 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 blah. It's like I would want somebody to tell me that, and I'm like, oh shit, my bad. Like I guess I let my ego get the best of me or whatever, dude. It's
yeah.
like in that situation too. Like I've had to, and I'm not trying to brag, but like whenever people tell me I'm famous or like I'm fucking whatever, I'm like, yeah, man, I'm the fucking shit. And then I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm like, no, I'm not. Like, why would I ever think that way? Because I don't think that way. And it's like you got to be who you needed in those situations too, to where it's like you got to ground yourself or ground somebody else in the sense of like, yo, dude, like you're getting a little fucking arrogant or you're getting a little too chauvinistic or you're and some people they're like, oh well, I'm gonna brag for what I got, and it's like, cool, man. I mean, but that's not you know to me
Yeah.
that's not the biggest you know thing to do in a sense.
The universe has been pretty good about anytime I get a little overzealous of stuff of humbling me, man. Like anytime I go into a job or something, I'm like, yo, this lickety split, it's gonna go simple, like everything's
Right.
great, like I'm gonna knock this out, no problem, and then it's just nothing but problems.
He goes, hey, good luck.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're that confident today, huh? Watch this.
Dude, hold my beer, it says.
Yeah.
So when it comes to, hold on, let me trying to bring something up real quick. Yeah, I can't get it to go, which is weird. But anyways, so father of two, you say?
Yep.
Boys, girls, both?
One
How
of both.
old?
Yep. Yep.
One of both. Who's older?
My son.
Oh, damn. See, I got the older daughter. She's 10.
Yeah.
He's 7.
My son's 9. My daughter's 5.
Dude, same fucking realm, dude. And I
Yep.
love it. Okay,
Yep.
so when it comes to that kind of stuff, did you have siblings growing up or were you, only
I
child or
yes and no. Like I'm an only child, but I have 2 half sisters, but they like didn't live with me when I was growing up.
right? I have a half brother and a quarter brother, if that makes sense.
How's the quarter work?
Quarter brother? Well, I made it up, but
Okay.
he's
I
my
was like,
he's
how?
my he's my half brother's half brother. So they have the same mom, but we don't. Me and my quarter brother don't have the same dad.
Okay.
See what I'm saying? Me and my half brother have the same dad, not the same mom. Quarter brother. You see what I'm saying?
Got you. Okay. Okay.
No
I see.
blood,
I
no
see.
blood whatsoever. Quarter bro. You know what I mean? But that's what I call him all the time, dude, and I love it because it's fucking hilarious.
I just never heard that, so I
Dude,
was like, wait, quarter? Like, how the hell?
exactly. I'm gonna have to get a patent on this, but yeah, or not a patent, but a trademark, whatever the fuck
Yeah,
it's
man.
called, copyright. I don't know the fucking ins and outs,
All
but
of them.
but what the fuck was I talking about?
The kids.
Yes. So having kids, have you noticed like being a dad, like the things that when you were raised, the things that you're trying to teach and the things that like you were brought up on conflicting and like how do they
Mhm.
differ and like what's something you've
Completely.
tried to do, like the whole be who you need thing, whatever. Like what is something that you've tried to do either better or differently than how you were raised?
It's definitely different. I'd like to be able to raise them the way that I was raised, but like we grew up in the '90s, man. Like that's not a real
Yeah.
thing anymore. Like
Yeah, it was good
that's
stuff.
just not a way of life anymore. Like that doesn't exist. It'd be nice if it did, but
Talk about ass
technology and
whooping.
everything's advancing so fast,
Right.
man, that like it's when we were growing up, dude, like we'd have a Game Boy or something, or like a Nintendo 64. Like what's the worst thing that we were getting into and playing, like if we were doing that, if we weren't outside, which we were 99% of the time.
99%, dude. I
Um
was on a bike, dog. I was
bike
on
like
a
I
bike,
was
bro.
like 10 miles away from the house at least, knowing that I had to be back at dark. But like
Bro, in a ditch and
there
fucking bruised ankles, and you're like, I can't tell my mom, dude. I'm
yeah,
fucked.
no,
I'm gonna get my ass beat, dude. I ain't
yeah.
doing it.
But I would not let my kids ride 10 miles away from my house today.
Fuck
Like there's no way.
no.
Absolutely
Fuck
not.
no.
No.
Dude, if they do, I'm fucking in the bushes, like
Ah, dude.
I'm
It's not.
watching it. I'm like, what are y'all doing over there?
No, but it's just such a different day and age, man. It's just such a different time with technology, with them having tablets and like all that kind of stuff, man. I tried for so long to like keep it away, but it's
Push it
just,
off, dude. Yeah.
man,
Doesn't work.
no. And now it's all Minecraft and this and that, and
Roblox.
he doesn't do Roblox. He does
That's
Minecraft and he does
okay.
Forza.
Keep
He
them
does.
off Roblox as long as you can,
Oh
dog.
yeah,
My son,
Roblox.
oh my God.
No Roblox.
He is a fucking fiend, dude. And like he plays like Sonic Speed Simulator or some shit. And I'm like, cool, man, that's dope. Like
Yeah.
I watch and I'm like, that's fucking lame. Like you should play like Skyrim or something, dude. Like get a real game, you know?
My son
Because I'm a
does.
huge, I'm a huge game nerd. So like when I
Yeah,
see him
yeah,
playing stuff, I'm like, that's attention grabbing and boring. Like I don't like it. I was like, I
yeah.
want something that's like in depth, a story that's gonna encapsulate me
Vice
for
City,
fucking
you know.
months. Yeah,
Oh
dude,
no,
for
not that city.
months. You
Not
get
that story.
stuck. You get stuck, dude. Dude, GTA 5, like the story mode
Oh
when it
yeah,
came out, I was stuck on it, dude. I was like, yo, this is fun as shit.
yeah, absolutely.
Or
I love story modes, man. I feel like online is just,
it's fun, like if you're hanging with the homies and
bro, it's
playing, but
so,
like,
yeah,
dude,
but in public lobbies, it's so toxic,
it's
dude.
yeah, there's
It's
planes crashing into tanks, and you're like, what the fuck is going on here, dude? Like, I
oh,
don't even
dude.
want to play the game.
Yeah, yeah.
But
No, I
so
don't play that
okay,
around them though. They don't see that. So like he'll do Forza, like Minecraft, or like Microsoft Flight Simulator, stuff like that.
nice.
Yeah.
That's dope. And then now my son's playing this like balloon popping game. I don't know. It's fucking
Oh,
weird. But it's just like there's like a maze and like balloons come in. He has to like set up a defense to where it like pops them all. It reminds me of like Command and Conquer back in the day, you know?
okay.
You know, kind of, but like cartoony. And I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, I like it. Like you can play it.
Yeah.
Um, but things have changed so much from us being kids playing games to now, right? Um, and then
And to
also,
counter that, has it changed, or has the internet and social media and cell phones and everything, cameras in everybody's pocket, just made it seem like it's changed that much? That's another
man,
thing to
it
think
makes it
about.
seems more, yeah, it makes it seems way more accessible and things that are like, I mean, it's the same as like hand cut to fucking plotter cut, dude. It's like there's more technology now to make it easier or more easily read, you know, readily available, whatever, to
Yeah.
do what you want instead of like having to wait or learning how to do it or whatever. Um, my man Jay Peters said Balloon Tower defense my jam. Dude, that's what he plays, dude. And I actually have to get his account back because like he logged out and he's underage, so he doesn't have an email to be able to
uh,
like get it back. And I emailed support and I was like, hey, my son's been grinding for weeks, like, and he accidentally logged out. What do we need to do? And she's like, you know, what's his username? And I'm like, I have no fucking idea. Apparently it's like banana jam or some shit. And I'm like, bro, that's fucking awesome. That's my son. You know, like that's great.
oh my
You know,
god.
and now like I'm waiting for the email back to like get the little activation code or whatever to get it back. But like that kind of stuff. Like back in the day, dude, if you accidentally deleted your game, bro,
Oh, dude,
done.
that's it. Yeah.
It's not coming back, dog. You got to restart, dude.
Not only that, bros, you had the option. Like you're like, hey man, I need more space on the memory card. Like, what game can I get rid of so I can get this new one
Can't
off,
do it,
bro?
dude. Can't do it. You like going through the games, you're like, I can't do this one because I spent so much time. You're like, but I haven't played it in 3 years. You'd be like, but I can't
Yeah.
do it,
Or
And you're
swapping
like,
out memory cards, trying to find which one has the right
yeah,
save
you're like,
file
hold
on
on,
it.
hold on, hold on. Let's see if there's an empty one, like there's never an empty one. It's always one of them's got like the most storage already saved up, and you're like, fuck.
Oh man.
Dude, um, getting back to the topic, we fucking went off on a tangent.
Sorry.
Like we always do. But like, I really feel like this kind of stuff goes into it though. Like growing up, was like video games something that you did to kind of get over things going on around you, or was it just kind of a fun thing? Because like for me, like I didn't really, the only things I did growing up was either I went hung out with my friends like riding bikes, or I sat in my room playing video games. I never had like family outings or like going to dinner or like stuff like that, right? So like those things is kind of what, now that I think back on those moments, is something that I kind of substituted for what I had going on at home. You know what I mean? Like a kind of like a fucking a whole new world, they say on Aladdin, but
Yeah. No, I definitely like it was just like my relaxing time, I was always outdoors and stuff like that. Like we went out to dinner and stuff. We took trips here and there. Like the trips wasn't like an every year thing. Like every few years or something, we take trips. But the video games, I don't even really remember what got me started on it. I know I had like the N64. I think Super Mario, man. So I think just with Super Mario, and then when the PlayStation and stuff came out, like
dude,
I was already doing it, so I kind of just stayed doing it. It was just something fun.
right. So
Wait,
it was just like a fun thing instead of like, for me, it was like an escape, honestly. It's like, okay, well, since I don't have anything to do here at home, I'm just gonna fucking, encapsulate myself in this video game. Like that's kind of how I think about it. It's like I'm just gonna dive off into this instead of
I
dealing
don't
with
know.
like
Maybe I
what's
did
going
do
on.
that. I mean, I don't know. Thinking back on it, but I want to say that I just enjoyed it. I don't know. Maybe that's what I
Right.
was doing.
Dude, I'm a very big person on like, and I'm not saying you're not, but I overanalyze every fucking thing now because being a parent,
Oh,
I'm like,
now?
fuck.
Yeah,
So
now.
like
Yeah. Back then, I didn't
things
care.
like, yeah, of course. Back then, I was probably just like, fuck, I'm gonna play some goddamn video games,
Mhm.
But now I'm like, now that I think about it, like we never really did anything. Like if I was doing my own thing, like there was never like because I'll interrupt my kids and I'll be like, hey, you want to fucking go fishing? Or like, hey, you want to go shoot the basketball? Or like, hey, let's go do this. You want to help me with dinner? Like I never really had that growing up. I never had like, hey, you're sitting in your fucking room. You want to come do something? Or you want to learn this? And I'm like, now I want to do it. Like I want to do that with my kids. Like I'm like, hey, you want to learn how to change the oil? And he's like, nah. And I'm like, cool. At least I asked. Like it's
Exactly.
fine. Like if you don't
They're
want
like,
to
nah,
learn, if you don't
told
want to
me
learn
that.
at 7, if you don't want to learn at 7, that's fine, dude. You'll have to learn at fucking 15 anyway. So
Yeah.
like you can wait as long as you want, dog, but I'm gonna teach you. Like it's
Yep.
gonna happen. Like there
Yep.
was never that kind of shit growing up. So like now with having kids and being able to teach them things and like think about what I can do with them while they're doing something where I'm like, yo, instead of that, let's do this. Like, hey, let's go play some Jenga, instead of
Yeah.
like
We do a
sitting
lot
in
of Uno,
on a
bro. A
device.
lot of Uno.
Dude, Uno's the funnest shit, bro.
Uh,
It's the best, bro.
You got to
Especially when
draw
they
15
don't
card,
know.
bro.
Oh, do you? Dude, I
Yeah.
can't get that one. I'll get my ass kicked, dude.
Oh,
Like
dude,
I'm
my
not even
son's a
that good.
dead giveaway when he got that card, man. Like he picks that card from the pile and he's like, "Oh, yeah, I'm gonna get you," and I'm like, "All right."
He's got a terrible poker face. You're like, ha, reverse, get your mom. Like,
Yeah.
good luck. You're
Yeah,
like,
fuck that.
ha. That's great, dude.
Oh man.
That's something that we love doing is playing Uno, play a lot of Go Fish. We play Jenga, a little bit of
I play
Mousetrap,
blackjack with him.
little mouse. You play blackjack, bro? You trying to train these fools, bro?
I give him chips and everything.
He's like, all right, dude, there's been 3 face cards, so we're +3 right now. So that means that you can only get. He's like, count these cards, bro. Count them. We're going to Vegas
Learn it,
in
dude.
4
Learn
years.
it. It's not illegal as long as you're not using electronics.
Exactly. It's fucking great, dude. Yeah, dude. Fucking. Oh, man. That's fucking great. Teach your kids
Horrible.
to help you gamble. I love it. There's nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it at all.
Oh
There's
man.
people that teach their kids worse, man. Chill out.
Oh yeah.
You know, like they teach their kids to go up and ask for money. Hey, sir, we can't fucking afford milk.
Like, yeah,
Here's
neither can I.
$100.
Go
It's
somewhere
like,
else.
hell yeah. Dude.
Nah, he's learning how to ride dirt bikes right now, so that's
Oh, what you got, a 110?
yeah, he's got a little 110.
Me. I want one so bad. I want a 110, dude.
He was doing good, man, and then he went straight for a fence one day and fell off, and then ever since
God.
then he's been nervous about it. And I'm like, dude, you
He's been
just
afraid.
yeah, I'm like, you got to stop being afraid, man. I'm like, it's just like a bike, dude. You just
Yeah.
instead of
Yeah, get
pedaling, you're
back up
just
on that
twisting your
motherfucker,
wrist.
dude. Yeah.
Dude,
Dude.
he went straight for that fence, man. He said, "Wah."
And dude, as a dad, you're like, oh fuck, but
Oh,
you're
I
also
was
like,
like,
you fucking laugh and you're like, you fucking idiot. You're like, what did you do? Just hit the brake, bro. Like, what's wrong with you?
yeah, I was like, hit the
Then
brake,
you're
hit the
like,
brake,
fuck,
man.
I hope he's okay.
He got back up and got on it though, and then he
That's
went straight for the
awesome.
cat. He went straight for my Cadillac, dude. Right after that, and I was like, here we go. I'm like, this is it. Like that's a new door right there for sure. But he went down before the Cadillac. I felt bad he went down, but I was also like,
You're right, dude. You can't be mad at that, dude. Like, parents, you already know, dude. Like, if, yeah, we
no,
know.
no, not the car, dude.
Dude. My son, all right, my daughter's got a little 110 Tao 4-wheeler, like a little fucking piece of shit, you know? Like, I love it to death because we put a new carb and a new air filter. Like, we kind of beefed it up a little bit to make it run a little better. But, dude, my son, like, I asked him, I was like, hey, you want to ride it? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, by yourself? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, look, go slow and just go out in the field and come right back around. This motherfucker goes out where there's like a little like dirt ramp, basically. It's old. The next thing I see is him running from the field, and I can hear the 4-wheeler still running. He's like, I hit a tree. And I'm like, dude, did you turn the fucker off? And he's like, and I'm like, dude, what are you doing? I'm like, dude, turn it off, bro. Like, I had to walk all the. It's just sitting up against the tree, just going. And I'm like, this motherfucker, dude. I said, all right, dude, you're not driving it by yourself ever again. I'm like, sorry, dude. Like, you can't do it. There's no way. But dude, like, dude, kids will test you, man. Like in that situation, if I was like having a bad day and that happened, I probably would have lost my shit. I'd have been like, what do you mean you fucking hit a tree? Like thinking it's all fucking broken and like putting the piece. He literally just like bumped into it and left it. You know what I mean? Like, so when it comes to like men's mental health, like the smallest of things sometimes, like I was saying earlier, can build up.
Yeah.
Do you have like any type of thing that you try to do to help with those things? Or because me, the only thing I do is just walk the fuck away and not speak and just like, all right, I'm gonna leave you alone. You know what I mean? Like, not even with just like kids, dude, like people in general, like customers, spouses, like friends, whatever, like to the point to where it's like they're hammering it and it's like the smallest little things over and over, like, and then you have to be like, all right, cool, I'll be right back, like I gotta go away for a minute. Or do you just kind of like power through it? Because I'm a really big proponent to just trying to get over it right then and just fucking word vomit and be like, and then all of it, and then be
It
like,
depends on the
sorry.
situation. It
Of
definitely
course.
depends on the situation. Like if it's something that is just an inconvenience and kind of annoying, then I'll power through it. But if it's like something that's like really difficult and testing my patience, like there's a point where I know like, hey, I just need to walk away because I'm gonna say something that I don't mean or I don't want to, or
Right.
just say something because I'm angry at the situation, whether it be at the person, at myself for being in the situation, for getting myself in the situation or whatever. Like a lot of the times that I feel like I get mad and frustrated. I'm frustrated with something that I've done that's caused my own problems, and I'm frustrated with myself for letting that happen.
Right. But then also, do you think that sometimes those situations, even though you think that you caused them because you didn't do something or you failed or you did something to cause it, to where it's like there's not just you and you're like, I can't control the other person. You're like, that makes, for me, that makes me more frustrated. Like, I'm like, I did all I could. And then the other person kind of like, it's like I couldn't control that.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like,
Like I'll lose sleep over stuff like
you're like,
that. Stuff like
fuck.
that, I'll sit up at night and think about it. Like I mean, it's.
What could I
I
have
know I
done to
can't
make
make
them,
everybody happy. I
Yeah,
know not everything that I'm going to be able to control it. I'm not going to be able to have the outcome be what I want every single time. That's just unrealistic. But it does bother me. I know it's unrealistic. I don't know why I let it bother me, but I do because I, I, I don't know. I don't know if I just hold myself to too high of a standard. Because I know I chase perfection. I know it's not really there, but it's something that I feel like I always have to keep striving for and trying to achieve. And I feel like part of that's to show my kids that like no matter what, man, like things are hard. Things might not go your way. Things are bad. Everything might be working against you, and you might want to give up and quit. But as long
right.
as you just keep pushing, man, you'll come out on top in the end.
Yeah. Okay, I have a follow-up question then. So, do you feel like it has to be only you that does that, or do you feel like you're okay with letting other people help you do those things? Because, like, I'm a big person on like based on like things in the past. Like, usually it's me that has made things happen by myself, and so like allowing other people to give me. But I've also had a bunch of help when it comes to like other stuff aside from like business or whatever. But like just having it be on your shoulders, is that a little easier or is it harder doing it yourself these days than like asking for help in a sense? You know what I mean?
I will say in the last 3 to 5 months, I've taken a step back from things. And like I said, I hired somebody for the tinning just because I have the tint company and I have the printing and sign company. And when I have to do when I have to do artwork and graphics, like if somebody has something like, like your logo on your shirt, if you sent me that and I got to make a shirt or something, okay, that's easy, that's quick, that's something that I can turn around and not really. But you're like, hey, I have this podcast that I want I want to do a logo for or something like that, and I want to brand and I want to do like an event tent, I want to do a pop up banner, I want stickers, I want banners, I want all this
Need
stuff.
all the fucking branding shit,
Yeah,
basically.
then I got to come
Yeah.
up with a design. I got to, um, it just takes up so much time. I got to go back and forth with you. What colors do you want? Blah blah
Right.
blah. How are you expecting to use this? Just so many things, man. And it just I stressed myself out so much because it was always graphics was doing good or tinning was doing good. It was never they were both doing good because I had to
Right.
pick one or the other. I couldn't do both. So in the
So
last,
it's
like I
hard for
said,
you to like focus on both at once.
yeah, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
One was
Feel you.
always taking like it was whichever one at the time was on fire is what I was putting all my attention into. Like there was probably like 2 or 3 months where I wasn't doing anything with the graphics because I was just so busy with tinning that I'm like I can't take myself away from it. And just even hiring a helper just for the tinning side, like I still have to cut, I still have to do all the shrinking, but he can clean and install just absolutely fine. I'm teaching him hand cutting now. Um, So
Oh
just
shit, you
having
doing
him there
okay?
to
So
help.
you doing? I gotta ask, you doing the shift method or the Sharpie?
Well, I use the China pen like you do, the China marker. Yeah, bro, I love
Fuck
that thing.
yeah, dude.
Yeah,
Dude, it
China
works
marker for the
so
win.
good, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Okay, I have a question. Can you peel it?
yeah.
I
I
can't
just peeled it
fucking.
yesterday. You want to see
I
it?
can't peel it, bro. I have
You
to
got to You got
fucking.
to You got to You got to pull the string back a little bit, dude, and
I
peel back
do,
one, and then it'll start going forward.
dude. The first time that I used it, I literally unwound the whole thing, and it was just the white. I was like, dude, what the fuck is this pen, bro? I was like, I'm just trying to get a goddamn tip, dude. I was so mad. I was like, how the fuck do you use this? I threw it away, dude. I
Oh
was
my
like,
god,
dude,
bro!
whatever. Now I
I
just
wish I
get
would have been
I
there
get
for
a
that.
knife. I just get a fucking knife, dude. I just get a knife and I'm like like a carpenter, you know what I'm saying? Like I just carpenter pin it, dude. I don't care. Cause I try to keep it like super fucking I try to keep it kind of like short because like the more thin you get it, like the more pointy, the more it breaks. So I'm like, dude, keep
Yeah,
it
yeah,
fat.
yeah.
So I'm like barely shaving it. But dude, I bought a pack of 12 and I need to like sit down one day and like
Oh,
actually
what's that?
try. Don't even, dude. If you do it on camera, I'm gonna be fucking pissed, dude. I'm gonna be so fucking mad. All right. Is that brand new? All right.
No, I just peeled one yesterday. I'll peel it back a little bit more, but yeah, dude, like you just
All right. Hold on.
take
I
that,
can't see it. All
just take
right.
it back,
Okay.
and then you got to get rid of the white part. The white part's separate.
See, that's my problem. That's my problem. I didn't know you got to get rid of the white part. See, it's fucking up.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
All right, dude. Now I know how to do it. Hold on. I'm just kidding.
Wait.
I gotta climb fucking
There we
stairs.
go. Now I got a
Yeah,
way too
dude.
long tip. I
See,
like
that's
that's
yeah,
that's
yeah.
way
You
too
can't
much.
can't do that, dude. You gotta put that on the end of a fucking OFA or something.
Oh man.
But that's great, dude. I've had
Yeah,
so
you
many
got to get rid of
people
the
on.
white part first.
I've had so many people on TikTok be like, dude, what the fuck kind of marker is that? And I'm like, it's a Sharpie white China marker. And they're like, that's not a marker, bro. That's a grease pencil. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. But it says right here, white China marker.
Yeah, it says
So
China marker on it.
yeah, it's like, dude, fucking get out of here. And that's
Yeah,
another thing. It's like people always want to be negative, man. And,
yeah,
like put people down and shit and like talk shit or like, oh man, I do it this way. Like even when people say I do it this way, it's always condescending in my opinion. Like any
yeah,
text that I read, it's like I do it this way though. I don't care if you're being genuine. It literally reads like you fucking suck and this is how you should do it. You know what I mean? But that's
yeah,
just me. That's a me problem. Like and other people can talk shit about that all they want. That's just how I read it. And
yeah,
so I'll be like, "Oh, so like, are you being serious or like you joking? You being sarcastic? Whatever." It's like, "Oh no, man! If you don't know what the fuck you're doing after so many years, like, blah, blah, blah," and it's like, "All right, cool." Like, I'd rather confirm it than like
yeah,
just take it one way. I like follow up questions to ask to see. I'd be like, "Oh, well, I've been doing it for 8 years and it's never been a problem or whatever." And it's like, "Oh, okay, well, I guess you haven't ran into an issue yet." And it's like, "Yeah, that's what I just said." Like,
yeah,
like
dude. It's
Jesus Christ, dude.
misery loves company, dude. Like those people are just miserable,
I
man. It's
love that song by Ritz. Just saying. You know that
yeah,
song?
dude. It's no, I don't. No, I don't.
Dude, you have to listen to it. You look like him. Ritz has a big red beard and long red hair.
What kind of music do you think I listen to?
Um, polka.
Polka. Jesus, dude. Oh,
Just saying.
no,
No,
I listen to like Gucci and
screamo.
like no.
Are you super hardcore rap, bro?
Oh yeah, that's it.
Let's go. Let's
Yeah,
go.
all day, every day, bro.
Who's your
Right.
favorite artist right now, dude?
Uh, I don't. Well, I don't have a favorite current artist. I listen to a lot of
Who do you
Gucci.
listen
I
to a
listen to
lot?
some. I listen to Kendrick. I guess Kendrick right now would be. I hate saying it because he was in the Super Bowl, and so like I don't like saying it just because he was in the Super Bowl, and I feel like everyone's like,
For
oh,
people
he's
that
in the
say they
Super
love
Bowl.
Drake and like he's a fucking,
Nah,
it's like, dude, you like Drake? Like, cool, man. Awesome for you, man. Like,
yeah,
sweet. I'm more of a, me. I love Eminem. Like, I love
yeah,
Eminem
yeah,
all day,
yeah,
every day. Any song. I don't care if it's fucking trash. Dude, it's always, I'm like, hell yeah, bars. Like,
yeah, yeah,
shit, like, he's always got at least like 2 or 3 just banger lines in a song. There's never a song that I'm like, that sucked. Like, it's always like, oh, fuck, that was a good one.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
I mean, dude, even like, I've been really big into Big X the Plug lately
yeah.
because like, the way that he sounds, I'm like, hell
I
yeah.
like his sound.
He's
Yeah.
like, hey. And I'm like, yes. When I hear that, I'm like, turned
All
up.
right.
I gotta
Yeah.
hear it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Normally, I got
there's
Dolph playing at the shop though. Like,
dude,
if I'm tinting, I got
I've
some Dolph
never,
going.
I've never really listened to a lot of his music, man. And I hate that because he's like kind of close to where I'm at, like, or he
Yeah.
was, Um, and then there's I love Don Tripp, bro. Don Tripp goes hard, bro. Any Don Tripp song, bro? Have you never listened?
I probably have, man. I don't really
Dude,
pay
I'm gonna
attention
tell
to
you a
names,
secret.
bro.
I'm gonna tell you a secret. Just go to YouTube and look up Don Tripp and just like find like a playlist of just random shit from the past like 5 years.
Okay.
He puts out so many good songs, but he's not like he's an independent artist. But he doesn't do a whole bunch of mainstream songs. And his lyricism and his storytelling is so good, dude. It's so good, bro. Him and Starlito together is also a huge banger. It's
All
like
right.
southern rap, in my opinion. And then, um, I mean, I listen to a lot of fucking like old Mac Miller and fucking Wiz
Oh, yeah.
Khalifa and shit like that, dude. Like bangers, you know.
Like the early mid 2000s, like
Yes.
2005 to like
The
2010.
Smoker songs back then, dude. Like the
Yeah.
Smoker songs, dude. The best.
Yeah,
They were the
bro.
best, dude. The
Yeah.
best, dude. Like you can't beat Kush and Orange Juice. Like that album was really good. So
Dude,
good.
there was just so many good, like, music was just like, don't get me wrong, there's good beats and stuff now, but like the music, the lyrics and everything now is just, man, whatever.
Lyrics are not what they used to be, man. It's all
Nah.
like the same thing over and over, and like maybe 1 or 2 good bars, and it's like, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But like back in the day, it was like bar after bar after bar.
Yeah. Yeah.
The whole verse, dude, just fucking. You're sitting there like,
Yeah.
did he just say all that, dude, at the same time? Like, dude, like one example, and this will always sit in my mind is what was the song Twista and fucking god damn it. See, I lost it right when I said I'll never forget. But it was dude, lost it. Don't even know.
Gone. It's gone.
Lost it, dude. It's so gone. It's so far gone. I can't even think of it now. That's fucking terrible. But anyways, but like, dude, like when it's just back to back to back to back, and you're like, oh shit.
Yep.
It's not
I
like
don't
that anymore. It's like you listen to the whole song and it's like a nice vibe and shit, and then it's like one area in the song where you're like, oh, and then it's like
Yeah.
do 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 do. It's like, nah, dude. Back then it was like, oh, oh, oh shit. Like it just elevated
Dude,
because
yeah.
they always talk mad shit and never like it was never indirect. It was always just like bang, bang, like in your face. Take this. What are you gonna say about it? You know what I mean?
Dude,
And
when Lil Wayne was dropping the mixtapes, dude, you'd hear somebody else's beat come on, and you hear that lighter flick, and you're like, oh
yeah,
shit.
this is the normal song. Like you're like this is the Lil Wayne version. Like fucking like
Oh
ice
shit.
cream paint job, all that,
Oh,
dude,
bro.
all of them, like all of
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
What was that like the Carter or no,
No, that was
no
me.
ceilings, no
Yes.
ceilings. Yeah,
Yes. Yep.
it was a bunch of like just a bunch of fucking samples, dude,
Just
and I loved them.
everybody's stuff, and he did so much
They
better
were
than
so
everybody,
good.
bro. He killed every song.
They were so good, and like I don't even like the originals after that. I'm like, I don't even want to hear the normal song,
Yeah,
dude. Like I don't even
right.
want to hear it, dude. Like, what is this garbage?
Oh man, that's so true, bro. I feel that for sure.
But man, we got into a little bit of the topic.
Hey,
Sorry
if
for
you
getting
still
off on
let's get
tangents.
back into it, man. I'm with you, bro. Like we can go off on tangents, and I'll just run with it. And be like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Cool, man.
I probably got about 5 minutes left until I gotta, go up here with the kids and the wife and all
Okay.
that good stuff, man. Like I'm not trying to
Oh
keep it too
man, I
long
didn't even
either.
realize it's already been an hour. Damn,
Yeah, dude,
time
it's
flies, dude.
been yeah, that's what happens whenever we talk about video games and music, dude. Like that's another thing. Let's get into that then. Okay, so have you ever, instead of just video games, has music ever helped you in a time to where you're like, bro, you're just having the worst fucking day ever. And you go, I have to listen to this one song or this one artist and just sit here by myself, nobody fucking with me. And you just go, I need this. And you just sit there, dude.
I would say anything like like what we were just talking about, man. Like anything that I listened to in high school. Like there's certain songs uh
That take you back to a simpler time
yeah,
type shit.
like Jim Jones Ball and stuff like that. Like
What?
yeah, bro,
Boy, get
songs
the
like
fuck
that,
out of
man. Like
here.
when that comes on the radio, no matter what, like it just takes me back to like I'm in high school, it's sunny out, I'm
Yeah.
driving my Mustang, man, and like life's just good, it's simple, bro. And like whenever I hear those songs, man, I'm just like, dude, this used to be so much simpler, man. Like it just brings me back to that time, and I'm like, yo, this is great.
I feel like that we didn't like back then understand all of the hardships, because we weren't taught those things. Like we were never told, hey man, it's gonna be fucking shitty. Like I
Yeah,
never was
nah,
told like, hey, life's gonna suck, dude. And I'm like, I'd be like, for real? And they're like, yeah, dude, it's gonna fucking suck. And I'd be like, why? And they'd be like, this, and this, and this. And I'd be like, oh, appreciate it. There was never that, dude. Like
nah,
it's just like a you fuck around and find out, You're like,
yeah,
oh, what the fuck am I supposed to do now? Like,
yeah,
oh shit.
yeah.
Like, yeah,
I tell
I'm
my son
I'm
now, man.
shit.
I tell him
Okay.
I'm straight up with him, dude. I'm like, life's hard. I'm like, but you got to pick your heart, man. You can struggle and be poor, and that's really hard, or you can own a business, own a company, do the entrepreneurship thing, and that's hard too. But everything's hard. You got to pick your heart, man. Like I'd
Right.
rather work hard and have a hard life and get to enjoy it at the end of the day than have a hard life and wish that I could do something else about it.
Dude, and I completely agree with that, man. I never thought I would like to do business for myself, and I'm sitting here kind of enjoying the stress of like figuring it out. You know what I mean? Like the whole like, oh fuck, dude. Like I had to buy a $500 fucking piece of glass, dude, for a Can-Am Defender front window because I scratched it, dude. Because I was an idiot and I had a carbon blade in my mouth and didn't
Uh,
fucking pull my stainless out of my pouch because I didn't think about it. And the customer, like, I didn't notice it because it was like wet and there's streaks on it and all this stuff or
yeah.
whatever. And I don't like wipe down windows, which I probably should now that I think about it. But like, he texted me, he was like, hey man, will you call me, when you have a chance? Cause, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, fuck what I do. He's like, hey dude, there's like some scratches on this window. Did you, by chance cut on it? And I'm like, I did actually. And then I went, oh fuck, I had the wrong goddamn knife. Like I didn't in the job, I didn't think about the knife, right?
Yeah.
And so after the job, I was like, I sure the fuck did use the wrong knife, dude, because I used the carbon blade to cut the top edge, put it in my mouth, pulled the film, put it on there, and just grabbed it and cut it. Like just muscle memory, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
Instead of cutting it, putting it in my pouch, grabbing the other one, I put it in my mouth, grabbed it, did it. And I'm like, dude, I'm not going to argue with you or tell you I didn't do it. I'm just going to buy the glass. We'll put it in, whatever, and then they're like, it's $500. And I'm like, God damn, you know,
Yeah.
like, dude, that's like fucking a whole day's worth of work for me, dude. And I'm like,
Yeah.
fuck, man, I charged $650 for the job and had to pay $500 for glass, you know? And I'm like, cool. Like, you live and you learn. And now I always go like this.
Yeah.
And then I'll either put it away or I use it, you know? And that's something else that comes with that kind of stuff, man.
See, my
But
carbon
dude,
blades only go in the yellow NT cutter.
see, I've got my fucking handle's different too. Like that's the
Oh
thing.
yeah.
I have a yellow dot for stainless and a red dot for fucking carbon. And now
See, I would mess that up. I'm not gonna
it's
lie, I would
like
mess that up.
see, and like, but the fucking the red dot is like powder coated with shady shit on it, and the other one's just like a regular fucking knife. I wasn't paying attention, man. And that's
Yeah.
on me. Like
It happens, bro.
I'm not gonna say like I knew what I was doing because I fucking wasn't thinking about it, right? But
Yeah.
then when he mentioned it, I was like, oh shit. And I actually went back and looked on my TikTok live, bro, and watched it, and I was like, that's exactly what I did. I was like, I fucking took it right out of my mouth and cut right on that fucking glass, dude.
Yep.
And that
And
piece
this
of
is what
glass,
nobody talks
oh,
about in entrepreneurship,
yeah,
man. Like
dude. Like
everybody's like,
I
"Oh, if you're an
fucking
entrepreneur, you're doing great. You're making all this
I'm not
money." Like,
making any. I'm fucking barely breaking even, dog. Barely.
I
I
haven't
mean,
paid myself in the
bills are
last year,
paid,
bro.
inventory's paid.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I
Yeah.
still have some net 30s out because, like, luckily I can do that. But at the same time, like, I have to fucking hustle to get those paid too. So,
Yep.
I mean,
Yep.
and that takes a toll too, man. Like, I think about it every day. I'm like, fuck, I owe so much money. And I'm like, all these days are coming up and I got to fucking land these jobs that I'm getting leads for and these proposals that I'm fucking, you know, and all that
Yep.
stuff. And there's
Talking
just
about film.
sometimes it just feels like it's overbearing, but at the end of the day, like it doesn't kill me. You know what I mean? Like it
Yeah.
doesn't. Like I still wake up the next day and I still have to worry about those problems. It's not going to take me down, dude, you know?
Yep.
And
And
if anybody
much
ever
rather do it for myself, man. Because like I've my whole life, dude.
now
Like
now
I've run other
now me
companies for
too.
people.
Yeah,
So
now
like,
me too.
go ahead.
I said now me too, man. Like I've
Yeah.
done it same way. So
Yeah. I had my first heart attack at 30 running somebody else's company for him,
what?
dude.
You had a
Yeah, oh,
heart
yeah.
attack, bro?
Yep. Yep.
You gotta be fucking shitting me.
Yeah, dude, it was stressful, man. I think I did solely by myself for that company in like 8 or 9 months. I did like $780,000 in
Jesus
sales.
fucking Christ.
Like I was stressed. Like it was a lot.
That's wild.
It was a lot.
That's fucking crazy, dude.
But at the same time, I'd rather stress myself out now and reap the benefit. Like, because if I had $780,000 in sales now, bro, please.
Right.
Oh my God.
Right.
You know, but like I like it because you know, like I don't always pay myself, you know, like sometimes I'll go months without paying myself, but like I'm going to SEMA this year. I'm staying at a very nice
Right.
hotel on the strip, you know. I got a nice flight out there. That's how I
Right.
pay myself. I'm cool with that. Like, you know, all my bills paid, everything's
Right.
paid for. When I need to buy film, there's money to buy film. I always have money for material and stuff like that, dude. Like I don't feel the
I
need
think you
to
should put a
pay
little bit of
myself.
money back to like treat yourself though, at least once a year. Like just do something you love to do.
Well, SEMA, like
What's
I'm
different?
staying, like
Right.
you know, I'm flying out to Vegas. I'm going to be in Vegas
Right.
for a week, you know, right there on the strip in a nice hotel. So you know, I mean, I feel like that's, and I'm gonna do. I'll probably do more of these levels trips, but like that's the thing that I like to do. Like that's my treat is the
Yeah, it's
levels
just
events,
stuff you want
SEMA,
to do, you know?
WFCT.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's not
I'm cool
like
with
you
that.
need a fucking Benz or you need a fucking jet, you know, like see that's the big thing. Like people always get hung up in like the fancy expensive shit you need to do for yourself. It's like, yeah, but what does it fucking mean though? Like what does it mean?
That comes in time, man.
You
That
can
comes
get
in time. I'll start buying that fancy stuff when I need to spend money to get out of
right, or when
taxes,
you're
you know, like when I need to lower
retired.
up my
Yeah,
tax
when you're
bill.
retired and they're trying to
Yeah,
take your fucking money, you're like, you know what? I'm gonna buy a fucking
yeah,
yacht, you know, like fuck you, dude.
yeah, exactly. seeing the company grow and expand to me is worth tenfold any paycheck that you could pay
Right.
me, man.
Well, shit, dude. It's been almost an hour and 10 minutes. It's been great chatting, dude. Like,
Dude,
even though we
always.
didn't have a whole bunch of people watch, I could give a fuck. Like, I
Um,
really have enjoyed chatting it up and like learning more about you because, like, I think me and you are very similar when it comes to our mindsets on like the quality of life in a sense.
yeah,
Especially with, things that we go through when it comes to being entrepreneurs or, dads or like friends, husbands,
yeah,
whatever, right? Like all of those things, they attribute to your mental health and
yep,
like being able to wake up a new day and go through the things and get through them without, having anything happen is awesome.
yeah.
And it's super cool that you fucking got nominated for like one of the awards, right? For Twisted Vinyl.
For my
Dope.
printing company, the
Which is
best of
fucking
Florida
dope,
for
dude.
printing and signage. So
Whoop,
yeah, I got
whoop.
that email
That's
this
fucking
morning.
awesome, man. That's so
Yeah,
dope,
so
dude. Um,
I'm
so with
excited.
all of those things, at the end of my show, I'm sure you've seen little dark truth final thought, like something that you want to leave people with, or something that people might need to hear that they've never heard before. Just a little piece of advice, man.
I would say don't take everything you see on social media at face value. Nobody's showing you the reality. Everybody's showing you what they want to see. You know, they want you to see them doing good stuff like that. If you get outside, you talk to people and actually just generally have conversations and stuff, dude. Everybody's going through the same stuff. Everybody's just trying to get by. Just don't take everything you see on social media at face value, I guess, because it's really easy to see, oh, everybody's doing good, everybody's doing this. Why isn't it happening for me? Why can't I do this? Why are they getting that? Why are they getting that? And you're just seeing little tidbits. You're not seeing the days that, you know, you have, or the weeks that you have nothing in sales and you're like, ah, dude, what am I gonna do? Like there's hard times and nobody's showing you the hard times, just life's difficult, but it's everybody's going through the same struggles. Just smile and be kind to each other, and things will get better. Things aren't as bad as they seem.
Love it. I agree because even myself, like I'll say it, full disclosure, like a lot of people that talk to me, they're like, "Man, you're crushing it," and I'm like, "If only you fucking knew, dude." Like
Yeah,
I'm over here looking for a goddamn lifeguard to throw a fucking buoy in, dude. Like it's not fucking rainbow and sunshine. It's like
nah, not at all.
I'm in debt already, and I'm fucking barely scraping by, and like you got to understand that, like, just because people can have a brave face, like you're saying, basically, is like, doesn't mean that everything's fucking great. Like, just ask somebody one day, be like,
Yeah,
hey, man, how are you? Like, not even how are things going? How are you?
yeah,
Like, how are you, dude? Like that's one of my biggest things. Like I always ask my friends, I'm not like, how's business? I'm like, dude, how are you feeling? How are you doing? Like what's going on with you? I don't give a
yeah,
fuck about your business, dude. I want to know what's going on up here. Like what's going on in your brain and how are things going?
yeah,
Like if you need somebody to talk to, you can definitely find somebody to talk to for sure, whether it be me, whether it be somebody that's a good friend of yours. If you ever need somebody to reach out to, please do that because
yeah, absolutely.
instead of reaching out and other things perspire or transpire, I'm sorry, but you have to get it out. You can't just bottle shit up, man. You can't just keep it a secret because
Hmm.
you're afraid of judgment. Like, because I'm a judgy dude, but I'm not gonna judge you if it's personal shit to where it comes to like the things that you're dealing with internally. And I'm
Yeah,
sure there's a lot of people like that in the industry that I've met, that I've actually spoken to, that I've needed help from. You know what I'm saying? So like just reach out too. Like just don't be afraid to be vulnerable in a sense, right? Like, yeah,
Exactly. Yeah.
it might seem like you're weak, but you're not, dude.
It's
Like,
not. It's not a weakness at all. It's more
even
strength to be able to open up and speak up about something
I
than
agree.
it is to just be quiet. Anybody can
I
be
agree.
quiet.
Even the person that you think is like super successful and like on top of the world and shit like that, you never know what they're going through, man. What
Yeah.
if they reached out to you one day? You know what I mean? Like, they have way more money than you and they reach out to you and you're like, "Oh shit. Like, you just talking to me about some problems?" Like, just take it at that point.
Yeah.
Everybody needs help. Everybody. There's not one fucking person on this world that doesn't want somebody to talk to about shit. And if they
Oh,
do, it's
absolutely.
because somebody else convinced them not to. And that's the only way.
Yeah.
But dude, I really appreciate you being on, bro.
Nah, man. Thank you so
We
much
did
for inviting me on
we
here.
did we went off on like 50 tangents, but
It's
like
all
I
right.
told you, dude, I told you it was gonna be like this. So
It's all right. It's a good time though, man. It's just conversation and hanging out and talking, man. That's what it's about.
yep. And even though a whole
That's
bunch of
good for your mental health. So technically, we did exactly what we set out to.
and like I've said previously multiple times in this podcast, like this is my therapy. If I don't want to do it on a week, I'm not going to do it because if I do it and I'm not in the right headspace to do it, I don't want to fucking be here. And so it's not going to be insightful. I'm not going to have anything that I want to say. But, when I do have these shows, I really want to do them. So that means that I really give a shit. And this one, for sure, like, even though we didn't touch on a whole bunch of stuff, but we did cover some things that I think that a lot of people could get, some insight on if they need it. Um,
And
but
they
I
can
do
always reach
appreciate
out
you,
to me.
man.
I know they can reach out to you. They can reach out to me as
Yeah,
well
dude.
if they're ever going it through anything. Like I've been through it. Trust me. I've been to some crazy, crazy lows in life.
That's what I was trying to get on tonight, but I fucking forgot to bring it up. But we always have next time, there's another couple
There will
weeks.
be other. Yeah,
You
I'll
know.
definitely come back another time for sure, bro.
But dude, Josh, I appreciate it, man.
Absolutely, dude. Thank you for having me,
Until
man. See
next
you,
time, dude.
everybody.
Yeah, dude. And fucking dude, you call me anytime as well.
Same, bro. Same.
I will. Dude, just the bullshit, I promise.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Just bullshit and laugh, man.
I'm down with it, dude. But all right,
Awesome.
Josh.
All right, man. I'll talk to you.
See you, bro. All right, y'all. That was another episode of the Dark Truth Podcast. Ran a little long, but that's okay because that's how we do it here sometimes. Um, if anybody needs anything ever, feel free to reach out to me or anybody that you know in the industry when it comes to your personal things going on, because sometimes, even though you don't think people care, they do. And yeah, so with that, I'm going to go ahead and do this outro video. And I will see y'all next time. Might not be next week, might be the week after. We'll see. I'm trying to do 2 a month, maybe 3. It's just been getting a little overwhelming when it comes to setting up the show and stuff like that with everything going on with the business and stuff like that. But I'll catch y'all next time. Dark Truth Podcast, baby. See y'all.